Let's kick things off with our spin. And our first two materials are craft foam and crystals. Okay, it's kind of giving me like witchy vibes.
That's literally what I'm thinking of, and also just like gems.
With these two materials, was there one where you were like, uh-oh?
Both. I've literally never used them before.
This is Material Whirl, a DIY podcast where surprise supplies meet maximum creativity. I'm your host, Kelly Bryden, and each week I'm joined by a guest to craft something unique out of 3 random materials. The glue is hot, the ideas are hotter, let's whirl. Hello everyone, I am Kelly Bryden, your host. I'm a DIYer, designer, and someone who thinks about redecorating their bedroom a little too often. This week I am joined with Milda, and Milda has been sewing and crafting ever since she can remember. She has the gene of I can make anything. Milda does home decor, sewing things for her house and herself, and she's just the happiest when making. And Milda, I'm so excited to have you today on Material Whirl. I also have the gene of I can make anything, even if I've never touched that craft material. And if I just see something at the store and I'm like, why should I buy that? I can make that.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Yes. So I'm curious, what are your favorite things to make? How did you get into this? Tell us more.
Yeah, so, I mean, I've always been crafty. Like, my mum's been sewing ever since I can remember as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we bought our flat like 3 years ago, and I really thought I'd become this DIYer, this DIY queen. I had my Instagram handle was Milda the Builder.
Yes!
Yeah, but I was like, I don't enjoy this. Like, I enjoy the smaller things, like
Than
making the
scale.
pretty things rather than like full renovations. So yeah, just kind of make cute little bits for the house and for myself rather than full renovations.
Mm-hmm. And you say you're most confident in like sewing projects?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, and I've definitely picked up more DIY stuff. But don't want to go too deep into it. It has to be basic stuff.
I know. I had a similar thing where we bought a property in Florida and we did like light renovations to it. And I thought tiling a wall would be really fun until you realize how long it takes. And I was like, I'd rather just make the accent pillows.
Yeah, like I'll pick the colors. I'm not here to do the hard craft.
Yeah. It's a little bit of these things I say where sometimes I like the gene of I can make anything, this mindset. But it also doesn't allow me to realize how long something could take.
Tell me about it.
And then I'm like, I'm starting and I'm like, oh, this is a 2-week project.
Yeah, you're like deep in and you're like, I can't stop now. I have to finish it because otherwise wasted all this time and money.
Yeah. But yeah, the projects where I can get them done in a day or so, that's always, that's always great. We're taking on this week's challenge together. We've already revealed our first 2 materials, so let's finish the wheel spin for the 3rd material. So our last material is thread, making this week's material craft foam, crystals, and thread. All right, I need to know, was there one material that was really throwing you off?
Okay, definitely the craft foam. Don't know what it was meant to be for, but the thread, I'm like, I can work with this. I have lots. So,
And in your head, if you could, what would you have switched the craft foam out for? Or literally any other thing?
Yeah, maybe like just cardboard or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So when I think of craft foam, I think of like spongy foam that kindergarten or like young kids use,
like a playmat type thing. No, sorry.
No.
Or like the floral arrangement foam.
Like the one that has like that specific smell.
Ooh, I don't actually
you don't know.
Sorry.
So I'm curious. I'm curious to see what you think of when you hear craft foam.
Interesting.
And was there one material that was like where your idea started with?
Kind of, yeah. So basically with the crystals, I just kept thinking of like gemstones, and I was like, that is not the route I want to go down. So I just started looking up different crystals, and I started started to find like spherical, like marble-like crystals. And then, I just like found all these beautiful colors. And I don't actually know how I transitioned from that to my final idea. There must have been some connection. I think I got an ad actually on like Pinterest for this lamp that I liked for so long. And I saw it and I was like, oh my God, this can work. So,
interesting. Yeah. So once we saw the materials, I started like brainstorming just like different kinds of projects that I could do. And at first I was going home decor route, and I was like, okay, how can I make this craft foam something that's more elegant? And then I don't know. I think like one day I was just like, you know what? I'm doing fashion.
Okay.
And so I made something for myself to wear.
Oh my God. I need to see this immediately.
So I completely did a 180, and I'll reveal it in a bit, but I ended up hiding some materials rather than showcasing all of them.
Interesting. So like maybe structural support. Oh, very
yes. So we'll see. We've done our wheel spin. You know the 3 materials: craft foam, crystals, and thread. It is now time for the big reveal. So Milda, can you please reveal your project to us? Oh my gosh! Look how cute it is.
It's a lamp-ish.
Oh my gosh.
It did not survive the tube journey too
well. Adorable.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's falling apart.
So tell us how the materials are laying out.
Okay, so the craft foam is here and here.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of used hot glue. Hot glue to shape it into this dome. I also had to use ChatGPT for it to spit out the shape of each triangle to create a dome.
That's amazing.
It's a bit dodgy, and then the thread was just kind of woven round, and then the crystals just stuck on with hot glue. Then this is kind of the worst part because the camera doesn't need to see it, but you can. But I literally used like a plastic bottle just to give it structure because obviously the foam is quite soft. But the plastic bottle melted when I used the hot glue, so it's really wonky.
So okay, I want to touch this because I'm curious what this foam is. Oh. Okay, and then you spray painted it?
I spray painted it, because it was like bright white and I wanted more like a creamy color.
Okay, now I understand because I was like, this texture of this foam is so interesting.
Is yours similar? Or
I think so. I think we used the same craft foam. And you didn't find that like the foam has a smell to it?
No.
Interesting.
Weird.
Maybe it's just like ingrained in my head.
I don't know.
It's like something I feel like I've always like the foam comes in like crazy bright colors, and like they're normally I think of them as like science fair projects or like you use them for school, and the foam to me has like a childhood smell where I'm like, oh, this is
it's like this nostalgia.
Yeah, it's
like
probably
smell is tied to memories.
It's probably super toxic.
Oh, definitely.
But oh my gosh. So tell me more. Where did you end up sourcing these crystals? I've never seen anything like them.
Yeah, they're cute, aren't they? I actually ended up on Etsy. I did a whole search. It was on Amazon first, but I think they just did a mix of colors in the batch, and I just wanted to stick to one color so it didn't look like a planetarium. Yeah, because it does look quite space-like. So I was like, we need to stick to one color. And like I ordered this first, accidentally, and it was one instead of like a pack. And I was like, great. So I wasn't actually going to use it, and then I ordered these again, just Etsy. But it's kind of crystals for spiritual reasons.
They're gorgeous.
They are. I really love the glow. I was like, I could spray paint some balls, but it just wouldn't be the same.
And does the light turn on?
It does. So this is a bit of a cheat because it is an actual lamp.
Oh!
So I could have used like a... Wait, let's do this.
So cute.
But obviously it just highlights all the messy glue. So I feel like I need to remake it into something a bit more pristine, because I do like the idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does turn on, but I'm not sure this is the best way to turn on and off the light, like a little hot lid.
Yeah. But yeah, so you must have learned so many lessons by doing this.
Not to do it again.
Hot glue will melt the water bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you were to make it again, do you think that well, you're the lampshade expert. Like, I don't know, what is the material that lampshades are really made out of?
Yeah, I guess the material's not a huge problem. Just having a way to connect it that isn't so messy. Like, I thought I could use super glue and it just didn't stick.
Yeah.
And I Googled it again whilst I was doing this last night. And I was like, oh, there's like a special glue that you use
for the foam.
But it was too late, obviously, to get it. So I'd use that because I do think it makes like an interesting shape that you couldn't do with other materials. Yeah. And then I'd probably just get some sort of structure because it's just floppy. Yeah.
And then, okay, I'm going back to you saying that you used AI to get the shape of it. So did you type in, like, I want to make a lampshade that has a base of 15 centimeters?
Literally, yeah. So I was like, well, at first I was like, could you make me a dome? Like, a dome shape, right? And it just came out with these, like, semicircles, and I was like, I don't understand. And they were like, oh, you stick them together and you make like a flat dome. I was like, no, it needs to be like a pasta bowl. Yeah. So then it understood, but obviously it's more triangular than, but anyway.
No, I love the shape. Yeah, it's so unique. Like, I was like, wow, what did you type in to get this like shape? But yeah, AI just did its own thing.
I could have probably figured it out myself, but it would have been a lot of trial and error. And I don't have time for this. Yeah. I have started an Etsy shop and I sell disco balls. And I've been wanting to do a checkerboard disco ball. But it's very difficult to try to come up with the pattern of doing squares but going around a sphere. Yeah. And I've tried so many times, but I wonder if AI could help me. Probably. Yeah.
And I've like, and one time I was like with my hot glue gun, like on like a sphere and like trying to like draw it out and then like take off the shell and then trying to like cut it so I could then see what I was doing.
Like make a template.
Yeah. Domey things are hard.
Yeah. I bet. Yeah, I already came up with a way to maybe do it in my head if you want to hear it. I was going to say you could literally use string, top, bottom, and then you trace out like the shape of the string, take it off, and then draw your squares onto it. I don't know.
Yeah. I know that some people, when they're doing fashion things, will like tape their body and then like cut themselves out of it and then like work and create like things like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's such an interesting idea about something that's three-dimensional with curves. Yeah. Because it's hard.
It is hard. But as soon as your body changes, I'm like, how do you adapt that form?
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, I am so impressed by your project. I am now going to do my reveal of this week's project that I created. Remember, our materials were craft foam, crystals, and thread. This is my project.
Oh my God, it's
so I upcycled an old jacket of mine into a strawberry jacket. And what I did of where I said I hid my materials is the craft foam I turned into a stamp. These are my little stamps.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
And I layered the craft foam up like 4 times to get something that would give me like enough kind of like pushback to like do the stamp. And then I got crystals that reminded me of the top of the strawberry. Oh, this one's turned. So and then I used my thread as what is holding on my crystals. So it was a bit of a hidden assignment on my part. The craft foam is my stamp and the thread is just something that is used as a tool that then holds on all the crystals.
Nice.
I did a few more steps with this. It actually was like a yellow, like I really wanted a butter yellow jacket. And I found this at the thrift store, and it was more of like a butter mustard.
Okay.
And I was like, this is giving like wrong like trend. And then I was like, oh, should I try to make it more yellow? But then I was like, I just don't want it to be mustard. So I ended up dyeing it this pink. I have yet to put it on my body to see if I like it. But I kind of went a little, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, did I go a little too crazy with the amount of strawberries on the front?
I think it's so cute.
And then my inspiration kind of came from another jacket that I have that has crystals on it, and it's kind of like a Western jacket. Ooh. And you think about like the fringe that kind of comes down from the sleeves, but they're all crystals.
Oh my god!
And they're pretty like. They're kind of the size of your crystals. Like, they're pretty big.
How do you reach your arms?
Yeah. And when I wear it out, and like, sometimes I've worn it traveling, and the crystals, like, and then my backpack, like, they'll all like kind of get stuck. Oof. And there's crystals on the back, and then I like lean against it, and it like hurts.
It's like a weird massage.
Yeah, it is. So when I was making this one, I was like, I am not putting any crystals on the back because I have pain from that other jacket. So my back is just all of my big strawberries. And then my front is the mix of the big and the small.
So cute.
And yeah, the bigger ones, I thought that my crystals would kind of fit on all of them. But then like proportion wise, I didn't really love it. So I stuck to 2 different sizes.
Cute.
So that's so funny that I originally, was brainstorming home decor, and then I switched, and you brought out the home decor with the craft project.
One of each thing.
Yes. So fun.
I love how different they are as well. Like, obviously
so
just
different.
Interpreting it in your head.
And it's so interesting because some weeks on Material Whirl, we kind of have created things that like could be cousins. Okay. And this week we didn't.
No. They're not even friends. They're probably enemies, to be honest.
But maybe the person who's wearing this is buying that.
Hope so.
Yeah.
That's what I like to think.
Yeah.
They like the wackier things in life.
Yes. The unique, one-of-a-kind pieces. Definitely. So for those of you listening at home, let us each take a turn on describing our projects to you. So Milda, tell us about your lampshade in as detailed words as possible.
Okay, think of, I guess, a mushroom lamp. That's kind of the overall shape of it. The base is a creamy color where I use the craft foam, and it kind of curves round to the base. And there's a bit of kind of brass poking through. And then the top of the base has some crystals on there, which are kind of spherical and like a deep red brownie color.
They kind of remind me of cranberries.
Ooh, delish.
Yeah, they're like
it's like cranberry in the sun.
Yeah, a cranberry crystal.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got the dome top, which is split into 8 pieces, and kind of in between each piece there's a string of blue thread, like knitting yarn.
Yeah.
So it kind of creates this stripe, and then in between the stripes, or the slices of dome, there's more of the reddy brown crystals kind of at the bottom in the middle of each piece, and then there's one like golden yellow crystal on top as well.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. For those of you listening at home, definitely tune in to the video to take a look at this. It is so unique, and I'm just so impressed by your creativity.
Thank you.
So for my project, I upcycled an old jacket that I had. It is actually from Uniqlo, so think of a Uniqlo jacket. I actually started off with it being, like I said, yellow, and I dyed it pink. So it's kind of this bubblegummy pink shade. I then used my craft foam to make a strawberry cutout, and I've stamped it all over the front of my jacket. Each strawberry, there's 2 different sizes. One is like 1.5 inches, and maybe one is a 1/2 inch. So very close to each other. And I painted them in with red fabric paint, green fabric paint to do the little tops of the strawberries, and then white for the seeds. The smaller strawberries have crystals that are green and are in a diamond shape, and I've sewn them together to make the little tops of those strawberries. So if you are able to tune in to social media or Spotify to view the podcast, definitely check out what our visions, kind of how they came to life. But Milda, tell me more about the material that caused the most drama, but I kind of think I already know what it was.
Yeah, definitely the craft foam. I've just never worked with it before. Like you said, you used it in primary school, and I literally didn't know what it was. And so do
you now have more craft foam in your craft closet? Or did you use it all?
I bought the roll. Because I had to cut out this dome, I saved the other half of it, which is spiky. Like, it's got triangles, and I'm like, crown or like petals. Yeah. So I feel like I'll do something with it. Just not something structural like this.
Well, Halloween is coming up, so maybe it will inspire a costume.
That's a shout.
Yeah. Craft foam was definitely this week's little wrench in the project. I think it's a very interesting material that has a time and a place, and it's kind of hard to bring it into every time in every place.
Yeah, it's great at school or at cosplay costumes.
Yes. But I love that you spray painted it and kind of gave it this new texture. I've never seen craft foam spray painted like that, so I love that.
Yeah, I couldn't quite find this color. So.
Yeah. So now, were there any fun moments during the project?
Yeah, I mean, I was literally having a mental breakdown about it. I was like, it's not sticking, it's not doing anything, it doesn't look good. I was like, all the hot glue is showing everywhere. I was just like, this is so tragic. And that originally in the inspiration picture, I think they had this like yellow stripe and then black crystals or marbles. And obviously I got this color and I was like, oh, should I do black? And my boyfriend was like, no, why don't you try blue? And I put it on and I was like, oh my God, I love this combination. Yeah. And then as soon as I put on the string and then started to put on the crystals, I was like, I actually adore this combination of colors.
Yes. I agree. Yeah. Like, I am such a big fan of color, but it is so challenging to find a color combination that feels chic.
Yeah.
And I agree that this like off-white, the shade of blue, and then the shade of your crystals feels super chic.
Thank you.
And
again, just don't look at it too closely. Definitely chic from far away.
Yes. If you had to give somebody advice who's making it at home, what would you say?
I don't know. Is it bad to say don't use craft foam? Yeah, I guess if I remade it, I'd probably use like just a bowl. Yeah. Or, like a bowl and a vase, I think, for the structure. And I like the rest of it. I just think it's too malleable. But I think it's a nice material because you can make anything out of it. Yeah. But yeah, maybe not home.
So if you're listening, if you're wanting to make this at home, just don't use craft foam.
Just don't do it at all. I'm kidding.
So what I ran into, I've done this so many times, so you think that I would have learned from my mistake. But the first time that I did one of my strawberries, I did it right in the front. And
brave.
The one thing that you should just never do is do something straight in the front as your first time. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just tested it out on like the side or somewhere that is like more hidden on the jacket. And if you can see, a few of these strawberries have very wild hair that looks more like a pineapple than like a strawberry top. And that's because I don't know, I wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, this is how many leaves a strawberry top has. And then I looked back and I was like, Kelly, you just made a whole new fruit. So if you were to make this at home, my one advice is to, one, practice your stamp and on a separate sheet of paper before. Or if you can't wait, practice it somewhere where maybe on the back of the collar where it can fold down, not straight on the front of it. One of the other things that I changed during the project, and it was also a little bit of running out of time, but I was going to use my thread to do like embroidery knot stitches as all the strawberries instead of the white paint. And I would still love to have done that, but the thought of doing, let's say, 9 knots per strawberry, that was just like a lot of doing the embroidery stitch, and like I just ran out of time and couldn't get myself to do it. So my thread kind of just came in as the piece to hold the crystals together.
That's fair enough. I feel like embroidering would be a whole project on its own.
Yeah. I got out the white embroidery floss, I had the needle ready, and I looked at it and I was like, this is going to take me forever. If I had a good like Netflix show to binge, and let's say it was like wintertime cozy vibes and I could just like sit there and like get into it, sure, but that wasn't the vibe.
No. Don't want to while away your summer.
Yeah. And so painting the strawberry seeds ended up being how I attacked this instead of doing the embroidery floss, but that is okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted originally to do like a cross stitch.
Oh,
So do little crosses across the seam. So I was like, this is gonna take forever.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna break up the structure.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just get it done.
Yeah.
And actually I do like it because I think it might have been too fussy anyway.
Yeah. I can envision it, but I think, adding the crosses might have then taken away from like the chicness of the shape with the lines and then the crystals. I love that you also had a thought about doing more and realized, is that worth my time?
It was like 10 o'clock last night. I was like, I'm going to bed.
Yes. Yes. So we've revealed our projects, we've talked about how we've made them, and now it's time for some signature Material Whirl questions. So, what would your 4th material be if you were to add in something else?
Ooh, that is a good question. Something structural. I think I'd add in like a wire frame into this, so it just holds tight and kind of you can take it off to turn it on or whatever you need to do. So just something with more firm sound structure.
And so when you have made lampshades in the past, do you start from a wire? You build the wire base.
I just buy them.
Okay.
But
that's your first step.
Yeah, definitely. Because you need that structure. Like it just doesn't really sit right otherwise.
Yeah.
And you kind of want some space away from the bulb as well.
So definitely, you would add in something to, if you were still working with the craft foam, give it more structure.
Yeah. Keep it sturdy.
Yes. I think I added in a few additional materials. I feel like if you've been tuning into Material Whirl, you have maybe realized that I keep throwing in additional things. So I threw in dye and fabric paint. But if I was to add in something else, I don't know. I mean, right now it's a pretty maximalist, like in-your-face jacket. So maybe I would add in a fringe and just like keep going maximal.
Just go all the way.
Yeah.
Like a red fringe.
Yeah. And just make it the most like unique, one-of-a-kind jacket piece.
You could do like a gem crystal collar. Like a bit of a statement.
That could be really fun.
Or like a little outline.
Yeah, take the gems all the way up.
Yeah.
Wow. So Milda, we've kind of touched on this, but the most rewarding part of your project, you would say it would be adding in the blue thread and having that come all together, tie everything together.
Yeah, I literally tie it together. Yeah, I think so, because it was looking obviously very pasty and bland. And then once the colours were added, I love that combination so much. So yeah, that kind of really literally finished it off and tied it together.
Okay, I was just holding this up. I realized I didn't do the seeds on this side.
You were like, no. That's enough.
I can't even remember like not doing it. That's so crazy. I was like, oh, I'm done with this, but there's no see. To me, my most rewarding part was definitely sewing on the crystals. I think that having the paint, it was very flat, and then adding that like little glitter pop, it made the jacket even more stand out, and something that I would personally like pick up at a store because I love anything over the top. So that was definitely the part where I was like, okay, Kelly, yeah, this is working.
This is me.
Yeah. Like, okay, you didn't just ruin this jacket. Like, this is cute. So we've spun the wheel, we've revealed our materials, we've revealed our projects, we've told you all about them, and now it is time to play our signature craft superlative game. Milda, are you ready?
No, but let's go.
All right, I'm going to ask you some rapid-fire questions about different types of craft materials, and do your best to answer with what you think is the best fit.
Okay.
So, craft supply that is most likely to make you swear during a project.
Hot glue. I have it on video, you know?
Yes, totally. Craft supply that you say, I'll just throw it in there and see what happens.
Spray paint. Just like spray paint everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Give it like a cohesive look. Yeah, just see what happens.
Hide all your sins.
Yes.
Didn't work there.
Most likely, I swear it looked better in my head material.
Ooh. I don't know. I'm stumped.
Yeah, what would I say? Like,
just like using like MDF sheets that don't like have like trim or anything, so just something really flat. I'm thinking you can make a structure, but it needs like more detail.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. My first thought was like something like a type of fur fabric.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh, thinking like, oh, this could come together, and then you're like, oh, it's not.
It looks like a kid's project.
Yeah. Okay. Craft item that's most likely to start a trend.
Ooh, spray paint. I'm just gonna keep saying spray paint.
I feel like that's hard because like right now I think that like polymer clay has like really been trendy.
Yeah.
And like people like making like little home decor like trinkets and things. But yeah, what could be the next trend?
I guess to add to that, I think people using like UV resin to coat polymer things, because I feel like matte things were in for so long, and now we're going towards like the gloss finish. Yeah. So I feel like that. Yeah. I've got some, I haven't used it.
Yes, I've seen it, and I've been very intrigued by getting one of those like lamps that.
I just have it for my nails.
Yeah. Anyway, so. And so you were like, oh my gosh. Okay, I'll have to stay tuned to see what you make with that. Okay, craft item that's most likely to trigger a crafting breakdown.
Oh, I don't know, something that you need to cut and then you cut it wrong.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, just fabric or something like that. That's, like,
and you cut it wrong and you don't have any more left.
Yeah, like a finite amount of, and then you're like, game over. Yes. It won't look as good when you piece it back together.
Okay, 2 more. Most likely to save a bad project.
I need to stop saying spray paint.
I was going to say, I think that you should say spray paint for this one.
It sounds like I'm obsessed with spray paint. You know what? This is more DIY, but like cork or like just like filling in the gaps, giving it that clean, pristine finish. You can honestly take something from looking very like childish to very pristine. With cork.
And I wonder what you're gonna say for this one. Most likely to look expensive but is actually cheap.
Maybe kind of you can get those like plastic mirror sheets. So if you want like a mirrored wall, which I think can look quite chic, but it's obviously really well priced, quite cheap. And it kind of creates light or adds light. But also, just creates more space.
And have you done that in your home?
No. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. We have it at my work, and I was like, oh, it's not a mirror. It's just like a metal sheet.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for tuning in this week. It was so great to see Milda and what you made. I am so impressed by your creativity and what you brought to today's episode. It was so nice having you here. And I think that is no surprise that Milda is super crafty. I've been following her on Instagram and TikTok, and you should do the same. It is Milda Makes on Instagram and TikTok, so definitely give her a follow. And to all of our listeners who are up for the challenge, our materials this week were craft foam, crystals, and thread. So do your best with those materials. I would love to see what you made. You can either tag us on Instagram, it is Material Whirl Podcast, or hashtag Material Whirl, and I would love to see what your creations are. Thank you for being a part of the crafting chaos. See you next spin. This episode was created using some of my favorite Google products. The Google Pixel 9 Pro is what we're recording on. The Google Pixel tablet is what I've been using as my notes during the episode. And of course, the Google Suite and Gemini have been so helpful in planning and getting ready for the podcast.